Right. Well, welcome everyone. Tonight we are going to do a learn more about the business. And whether you are new to this or you've hung around for a while, I hope I will inspire you to consider doTERRA as a really great way to spend your time. All right, so when people consider doing something that requires work, we always need to ask why. What is it that brings you here? What is it that's causing you to consider this? Um, for some people, that's spending time with their families. For some people, that's saving for retirement. Some people don't like their jobs or their spouse doesn't like their job. And they're looking for a change. And for some of you, you might be looking at the economy and thinking, maybe an additional income wouldn't be a bad idea. And so I am going to make the case for you tonight to hopefully consider doTERRA. doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. However, their best-selling products are actually their supplements. And the meaningful part about that is that people will become healthier and they will want to keep doing what they're doing. And so this is a really great business for consumable products and for products that they're going to have to continue to buy month after month. And by have to, what I mean is um, this is doTERRA's vitamins, minerals, and greens. They're omegas. And prior to this, doTERRA has a product called Lifelong Vitality. And that is a product that I've been taking for more than 10 years. And it has given me the health that I wanted, the quality of life that I wanted. And it is something that I won't ever stop doing because I know that my quality of life will change. And I don't want that. And so many other people, including maybe yourselves, have found that as well. A network marketing business is the perfect business for people who like helping other people. Some of you know that I'm a nurse and I love helping people. And whether you are have a healthcare background or you have a teaching background or you have some sort of a help other people passion or background, this is a really, really, really great way to take what you love doing and maybe do a little differently than what you had expected. doTERRA's owners have come out as saying, we want to be known as the company that gets the most people out of debt. One of the beautiful things about network marketing is as you are helping other people, the company is helping you. When I worked at the hospital, I was trading hours for dollars. And the hospital decided my hour was worth a certain amount of money. And if I wanted more money, I would have to give them more of my hours. And the nice thing about this is it is truly being an entrepreneur. It is earning more money as much as you want. There's no cap on that. And so not only has Lifelong Vitality, for instance, impacted our health, but this company has impacted the financial health of my family as well in really, really big ways. doTERRA uses a global network of artisans and growers with the goal of sustainably producing essential oils while stimulating local economies all over the world. Our purchase affects women and children and families and communities all over the world. And so again, you're helping someone else, you're helping your own family, and you are helping people around the world have meaningful work and work that they get paid fairly for. America ranks worst in the world for healthcare, despite spending trillions of dollars. This was a quote from over a year ago now. Americans live the shortest lives and have the most avoidable deaths. This has to do with partially healthcare related accidents or incidents being the third cause of death these days, but also our food system, our failing health system, our cost of healthcare. There's so many people who are trying to avoid pharmaceuticals, avoid going to the hospital, avoid being dependent on a broken system to stay healthy. 62% of people are currently not feeling good about their well-being. 38% of people reported uncertainty about where to start in managing their wellness. And 40% of adults feel overwhelmed by wellness information. So many times we can hear information, we can hear recommendations from people that we don't know. I have so many people lately, and this is shocking and really hard for me to accept, but I have so many people who are sending me, especially social media videos, and they'll say, "What do you think about this?" And I'll say, "That's AI. That's not real." Or that is a scam. What they are talking about is something that was in the news 10 or 15 years ago. It is so hard to know what to trust these days. And so I just encourage people, if you've had a really, really great experience with doTERRA products, the people that you know are going to trust what you have to say. They're going to trust your opinion. There's going to trust your experience. And so whether or not you feel qualified to help people with their health, you are 100% qualified to share your experience. Somebody did that with me. And I am praying that you will do that for other people because they are praying for help. They're praying for someone to show up. And that someone could be you. Millennial and Gen Z consumers, so my kids are spending more on health and wellness than older consumers. People are looking for greater health versus the longest life possible. Statistically, we are expected to spend the last 8 years of our life not having a high quality of life. And most of that has to do with the fact that we don't have the health that we need in order to live the life that we want. The wellness market is a $1.8 trillion market. It is growing by 5 to 10% a year. And the direct selling industry is also growing around the world. This statistic is shocking to me. In the course of a day, the average person is exposed to as much data as someone in the 15th century would encounter in their entire life. Our brains are not meant to consume what's put in front of us each and every day. And trying to take what we're exposed to on a daily basis and apply it to our health and wellness is not an easy task. We're not designed to do that. So we want to make things very, very simple. Making things simple is the currency of our day, for sure. And this applies to the consistency that we apply to our products applies to everything. Doing simple things on a very, very consistent basis gets the results that we want. And these simple things don't have to cost a lot of money. They don't have to be hard. This is something that we want to help people understand, make our own routines very simple, do them every single day, and teach somebody else. So your lived experience intercepts the noise. Sharing your story with someone is really, really important. So let's talk about some numbers here for a minute. doTERRA earnings by month. There's different ranks that doTERRA has. Think of them as promotions, if you will. And the rank of elite is really kind of a nice place to start. For the most part, it takes people about 3 to 6 months to get there. And that is $400 a month. I remember when I first started, this was actually my goal because I just wanted to get the things that I wanted to order from doTERRA. I wanted to have that paid for every month. We didn't have any extra in our budget for me to be buying oils and supplements. And so this was going to be my way of affording that. Actually, within probably 2 years, I hit the rank of diamond, if you can see that on your phone or computer. And that rank allowed me to have the option of quitting my job at the hospital. And I never, ever, ever, ever sent out to do that because I loved my job. I plan to retire from the hospital. My work there was really meaningful. And what I found was this is just as impactful or meaningful to me, if not more so. I just didn't know it was going to be. And now I am at the rank of Blue Diamond. And so financial health is something that I didn't know I was going to have in my life. I grew up with a single mom. We ate government cheese and dried milk as kids and had a very happy life, but it never assumed that accumulating any sort of wealth was in the cards for me ever in my life. And so doTERRA's really allowed me to dream some dreams that I didn't know that I could in my life at all. So it's been pretty amazing. It says here that there is a fast track, and that includes a season where you're kind of launching your business, Silver Club, and then Diamond Club. doTERRA has programs where they reward you for doing the work of getting your business off the ground. And those are some pretty great programs. Silver Club actually starts in the spring. And so if that's something you're interested in, please talk to the person that invited you to watch this webinar because it's just a really effective way of launching your business. So we like to start with $500, helping people make $500. Your goal might be quitting your job. Your goal might be doing special things with your family or paying off your mortgage or any of those sorts of things. But $500 is a really great place to start because the cost of living has turned a lot of people to what's called the gig economy. And that means that people are taking time after their primary job to earn that extra $500. And that could be Uber or DoorDash or selling things on Etsy or any number of things. But they say that $500 is the magic number, that's the number that people are actually really working towards, and that $500 a month would make a big difference in how their budget feels in their family. And so doTERRA has adjusted their compensation plan this year to make earning $500 easier and faster. And we're going to dig into how you do that. So there's lots of ways that you earn money with doTERRA. Some fall under the commission umbrella and some fall under the bonus umbrella. And I remember when I first started, when I was told there's several ways to earn with doTERRA, and I thought, oh no, how do I choose which one? Like, do I have to commit to just one? Because I was thinking, okay, so I've worked as a salary employee, I've worked as an hourly employee. Like, do I have to choose? The beautiful thing is, you don't. You get all of them. So we're going to go through these individually, and we're going to start with Fast Start. So Fast Start is designed to pay you weekly so that you can start earning commissions right away. So when you help a customer enroll and place that first order, you are going to make 20% of their orders for their first 60 days. So if they place 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 orders in their first 60 days as a new doTERRA member, you're going to earn 20% of that. After those 60 days, it's going to flip to something called Unilevel, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. So in order to qualify for Fast Start earnings, you must place a rewards order or an enrollment order, if that's how new you are, of 100 PV or more. The reason doTERRA has this rule is because they want you to use the products so that you have something authentic to talk about to new customers. And this 100 PV allows you to try new things. It allows you to have your own experiences with the power of the products. So not only does this Fast Start pay you 20%, but it pays the person that enrolled you 10% and the person that enrolled them 5%. The beauty of this is that because other people are going to be earning from the work that you are going to do, that encourages them to help you. I had so many times when I had my enroller help me teach a class or answer a question for me, or maybe I was on vacation and a customer of mine had a question. I could say, hey, I'm going to be gone, but I want you to reach out to this person. This person's going to be able to help you. Fast starts are paid weekly. So that 100 PV order requirement that you have, it's very possible that you can start enrolling people right away and have that order paid for right away with these Fast Start bonuses. And it doesn't have to necessarily come out of your own budget. Okay, the next way we're going to get paid, and this is, I think, where the $500 really comes in, is called the Power of Three. This is a structuring bonus that you can be eligible for every month. Again, I remember when I started learning about this, and in my mind, bonuses maybe were something I got once a year. And so to think that somebody was going to give me a bonus every month for something that I did once was really amazing. So let's look at what this looks like. Okay, here is you right up here at the top. And as you order your personal order and as you help other people place their order and really experience the consistency of doing something simple, you are going to be eligible for, in the beginning, a $50 bonus. So this level 1 is a $50 bonus. And it happens when the people that you enroll initially do a cumulative order in any given month of 500 PV. So that could be one person doing a 500 PV order. That could be 5 people doing a 100 PV order. That could be 10 people doing a 50 PV order, or any combination of that any month. As we go through this, we're going to see that that bonus can increase to $250 and also to $1,250. Again, when I first started learning about this, I thought, wow, $1,250, that's life-changing. I'm so excited for the people that are working hard enough to do that. And I never thought I would be one of them, but truly that is, to have that extra income coming in every month is really, really a big deal. Okay, so we're going to come back to that in a minute and go into that more in depth. But what I also want to add is that doTERRA has created a way where you can double your $50 bonus. You can double your $250 bonus. And you can add up to $500 extra to that $1,250 bonus. And the way that you do that is just by being active in your business in the last 12 months. One of the things I learned while working at the hospital is that If I wanted time off, I had to ask for it. If I wanted to take a vacation, I had to plan it a year in advance. If something was happening at my house, I didn't get the luxury of just taking a break whenever I needed to. And the network marketing, part of the beauty of that is when life becomes more important than your work. And sometimes you just need to take a break and attend to other things. You get to do that. And sometimes that's for a few weeks or a few months, and sometimes that's longer. But people who are actively working their business, actively helping new people purchase for the first time, you have the option of doubling that bonus. So again, we're going to go back to the 500 and kind of talk about what that journey looks like. So when you create your Power of Three pod, when you have that 500 PV in rewards volume on your front line, you're going to earn a $50 bonus. Here's how that's doubled. That is doubled when you have 400 PV in personal growth volume. So let's just say you've enrolled Lacey and Henry and Molly and Haley and Matt in the last 12 months. You're gonna the commissions computer at corporate is going to look at everyone that has enrolled under you in the last 12 months. And it's going to say, okay, so this is January. Matt enrolled in November, Haley enrolled in August, so on and so forth. How many of those people that haven't started in the last year, the last 12 months, are doing a rewards order in January? And in this scenario, Henry, Molly, Haley, and Matt all have rewards orders this month of 100, 150, 200, and 125. And that equals 575, which is more than 400. And so you're not only going to get your $50 boost or your $50 bonus, but you're going to get that doubled to $100. And the goal here is to teach at least 3 other people how to earn that $100. That 500 PV pod that gives you the $50 bonus plus that $50 boost. So when you do that, when we'll say Haley and Molly and Matt each earn their $100, you will earn that $250 bonus. That is how to get to that second tier when you help 3 people. So when you get that 250, you want to, of course, double it to 500. And that's where we get that magic number of 500. So we want that 250 Power of 3 boost doubled. And you do that when you have 800 in personal growth volume. So I realize that this is the same scenario from the previous slide where it says 575. If this number is 800, then you get to double from 250 to an extra 250 and get your 500 PV or $500 bonus. So this is what it looks like. And here's a scenario in which this could happen, right? So if you enroll 4 people with foundational wellness is $125 or it's 125 PV, excuse me. When you enroll 4 people, which could happen at a class, if you have several people at your house and you're talking about the benefits of foundational wellness, your earnings for enrolling those 4 people would be $100. So it would be $500 in CV, which is commissionable volume, times 20%, that 20% fast start bonus that we talked about. And then you would get 4 people on rewards with foundational wellness. Those same 4 that you enrolled. Taking foundational wellness for a month is great, but taking it for 90 days, or in my case, 10 years, is really what's going to make the biggest improvement in their health. And so if 3 of those 4 people earn their $100, maybe they hold a class, You help them teach about foundational wellness. And they enroll three more people, and I'm sorry, you enroll three more people with foundational wellness. Your earnings are going to be $200 plus because you're going to be getting your $50. You're going to be getting your boost because those people that you enrolled are now doing rewards orders, and you're going to get any additional fast starts for enrolling anybody else. When you help those three additional people order on rewards with foundational wellness, you are at your $500. You get your 250 power of 3 bonus. You get it boosted or doubled. And you also get to earn fast starts on any additional enrollments that you get. So I know this is a lot of information, and let me stop sharing here a minute. What I want to reiterate is what we talked about at the beginning, and that is making sure that you're sharing your experiences with others. That's what they're going to listen to. That's what makes things simple. And every person that is watching this, you have somebody that is dedicated and excited to help you. And doing this business looks different to everybody, but we want to do it in a way that helps you be excited, that helps you do this in a way that you are passionate about. So go back to that person who invited you to watch this. Ask them for their help in meeting your goals. Whether that is, I want to help one person a month, or I want to earn $500 next month. Whatever your goal is, they're going to be able to help you. So thank you for coming, and I'm excited to see what doTERRA has in store for your life.